today I'm gonna share my favorite type of shoe in different categories. First, let's start with sneakers. My go-to sneakers are Vans, and for a really long time I had these Converse on my list. And my sister treated me to them for my birthday. These are the Comme des Garçons. I like saying it in French. I took French in middle school, high school, and college, but I love these. I think that they're so cute and they're casual, but they have a little something, they add a little something, and you can't go wrong. Like, I think I just like a classic black and white type of sneaker. I do have a pair of Jordans that I bought. They were the Aleli May Jordan 1s. Actually, let me just show you what they look like. So these are the Aleli May Jordan 1s. I think that's how you say it. I'm not a sneakerhead, but I love color, and so it was only right that I got these sneakers. They look a little beat up because I have worn them, but on a day-to-day, if I had to wear a sneaker, it would be this type of shoe, or it would be this type of shoe, or my Vans, of course, but my Vans, they're a little beat up right now. Now, when it comes to fall and winter, I love these boots. These are a pair of leather boots that I actually got from Zara, I think almost 2 or 3 years ago, and I love them. They're so cute, they're so simple. They look great with a pair of jeans, with a dress, with anything. I think they're very stylish, and they also cover the whole foot, so you're nice and warm. You know, I think with any leather good, the more that you wear it, the better that it looks over time. Allegedly, I don't know, don't quote me on that. Now, in terms of heels, I have 2 favorites. I love a mule type of heel, and then I also love a pointy toe. These are a newer purchase. These are from Zara, and what I love about them are, of course, the color, but they have ribbon, and so you can wrap them around your leg however you want, however you see fit, and I think that's so cute. When I wear a pointy toe, I feel like Rihanna, because as much as Rihanna loves a sandal heel, she loves a pointy toe heel. I think it's just so sophisticated. It's hot. Now, the alternative to that is a kitten heel pointy toe. I just think it's so cute and so chic. I don't know, for me, not everyday stiletto. So this is a good alternative. And then last but not least, I wanted to share my favorite type of flat. Now, I think it's crazy that flats are in again. Like, there was a time where everybody was wearing them, and then we stopped and it's like flats, and now they're back. And it just goes to show that trends always come back, and wear what you want to wear, and you don't have to conform to trends. Like, if you like a flat shoe, wear it till the end of time, okay? I do like a mule or like a slide-in type of flat shoe. For years, I had these cheetah print ones, and unfortunately, they came to an end, their lifespan. And so I replaced them with my new favorite go-to flats, and it has a cow print. Clearly, I like a print when it comes to my flat shoes. I don't know, it just adds a little pizzazz. These are Dolce Vita, so I got these from TJ Maxx, and they have like a slight little height to it. So yeah, those are my favorite type of shoes to wear, especially in the cooler, colder months. And yeah. Hello, good morning. It is a new day, and I'm about to go grocery shopping, and I wanted to share my outfit of the day. So of course, I got my green scarf, and then I actually have this Forever 21 denim jacket that I got from Depop 100 years ago, and underneath it, I have a long sleeves white bodysuit from Zara. And then I have some Levi's jeans, and then I have my Converse, my Comme des Garçons. Shout out to my sister, she got them for my birthday. I have wanted these shoes forever. And then I have this purse that my aunt gifted me, and it matches the vibes. Hello, good morning. It is a new day, and I actually wanted to talk about my favorite magazine of the month, which happens to be Harper's Bazaar. This is the September 2025 edition, and it has Miss Dua Lipa on the cover. One kiss is all it takes, falling in love with me, possibilities. I think those are the words, but this was such a great read. I love Harper's Bazaar. Harper's Bazaar is my favorite magazine. I love Harper's Bazaar. Shout out to Samira Nasser. I think she's doing a fantastic job, and everybody who works at Harper's Bazaar, shout out to you, because you guys are doing the thing. What I really appreciate about this issue, and really about the interview with Dua Lipa, is that she is such a free-flowing person. Like, I think that she is committed to enjoying life the best way that she can, and she's not afraid to learn and explore and go beyond the limits. And I think she makes that very clear. One of my favorite parts is actually on page 142. You really have to be intentional about what you create. You've got to effing keep on the straight line and do something positive. And then a little bit later, she also mentions, I have this firm belief that whatever I write comes true. So I'm always very, very cautious about the things that I write. I'm not trying to put some crazy energy into the world. I'm trying to just be light and have fun and share my experiences. And I think that's very powerful. It's very powerful because I think the whole point of life is to have fun, and you learn along the way and you share your experience, whether that's through art, conversation, storytelling, and be a light to others. It actually makes me think of Stevie Wonder's As, which is one of my favorite songs ever. And there's a part in the song where he's talking about, you know, make sure that you're not making life a living hell for other people, essentially. That's what he's saying. And I think that's very important. And it also brings me back to a point that I always think about, how the decisions that we make, the way that we live our lives, not only affects us, but it affects the other people around us, whether we realize it or not. That's why it's important to be cautious and careful with the choices that you're making. Like Dua Lipa says, be intentional. Every choice has a consequence, good or bad. And so sometimes we'll do things and we think, oh, well, you know, it's just me, myself, and I. But actually, it affects everybody around you in a big or minor scale. And so I really love that. And I just also in general love how Dua Lipa is such a well-rounded person. Like, you know, she has her music and she loves performing, but she's also into reading, and she has her own podcast. She has a newsletter. Like, she's very versatile, and I think she really does take life by the reins, and she's just like, I'm gonna try and do anything that I want and everything that interests me. And I think it's very inspirational, I think, to the reader to not be afraid to try different things and not be afraid to put your hand in different industries per se. Like, I think maybe we think that we only have to do one thing, and I think it's important to focus and hone in on whatever your craft is and go 100% full force. But you can also make room for other things that are of interest and are important to you. It may not be at the same scale, but I think we should make room for the things that bring us joy and also bring us connection, and also in a way able to teach and help other people. One of the things that I really liked is towards the end of the magazine. So the part that I really liked is it talks about Virgil Abloh, and the part that I love the most is how it talks about how he was an optimist, but a significant contributing factor to Abloh's success was his sense of optimism. A little bit of how I got to where I'm at. I'm even keel. I'm also an optimist. I do believe the world can be a better place. I formally say yes to that, Abloh once said. Abloh understood that optimism was foundational to the clothes he created. Some great, a lot just okay, and others that were, well, not good. But more importantly, it was fundamental to the way he engaged with his customers. If he could achieve, they could achieve. He relished his success, but he delighted in the success of others with undeniable gusto. You know, his talent and his optimism and his kindness is what took him to where he was, and I think that's very valuable. And actually, when I read that, it reminded me of one more thing I wanted to share that I love that Dua Lipa said, and I think it's a perfect way to wrap this up. Every day, I'm making something that sounds completely different from yesterday. Trying to figure out the new direction is probably the most fun part, but also the hardest. And I absolutely loved it because when you're creating something and you're on a journey, every day counts. It's like you have a chart and you're keeping track of, okay, today this is what I did, and then the next day you look at what you did and you find a way to refine it. I think everything is about refining and making it better. And then the part about trying to figure out the new direction is probably the most fun, but also the hardest. I can relate to that in a sense of my YouTube channel. Every video, I'm getting better and better. I'm understanding how I want everything to play out. I'm getting better at my editing. I know in the end, it's gonna bring me a lot of satisfaction in terms of growth and creativity, and also other terms of success, okay? It's also exciting in a weird, strange way. It takes a lot of patience. With any goal or journey, it takes a lot of patience. And then one day you're gonna get there and you're gonna be like, wow, I'm actually here. Like, this is something that I've been wanting or dreaming or talking about, and now I finally have it. Yeah, that's what I loved about this issue of Harper's Bazaar, my favorite magazine of the month. Let me know, do you like magazines? If you love reading magazines, what's your favorite magazine? And until next time, thank you for stopping by Fatima's World. Bye.